So something really simple that you can do to kind of build a better looking brand or whatever, if you've got a business, if you've got a social media account, whatever it is just to come up with a very simple, small color palette. And I think four colors is pretty much the way to go. I don't really know too much about design. I haven't read any design books. I just look at stuff online and I kind of try and copy that. So here's a couple examples. So right here, PixGenie, something I was working on for about 2 years. It was a startup that I had. Um, it's no longer active, but PixGenie had basically like four colors. You've got this pink right here, you've got this gray, and then you've got a light green, and then you've got white. Four colors, pretty simple. The light green doesn't really show up that often. It's mostly pink and this gray and a little bit of white and green. So it's like you've got two main colors and then two like sort of accent colors. I don't know the rules for when the accent colors should show up, when they shouldn't, but I do know stuff like you should consistently have the same font. You should consistently use the same colors for everything that you do, your social media accounts, blah, blah, blah. So here's a couple examples of things that I have built that you take the extra 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds here, there, and everywhere to make sure the fonts are the same color, the fonts are the same type, Open Sans, the fonts are consistent, the colors are consistent. So here's a slideshow. I don't have Canva Premium anymore, so stuff is different. But things don't have to be that pretty. They just have to be consistent. That's what looks a little bit more professional. See how I've got this little logo down here in every single slide. See how I've got this number down here in every single slide. That's consistency right there. Let's go ahead and look at this one. This poster, look, we've got the exact same gray, we've got the exact same pink and white, and this might be a very simple idea for a lot of people, but for me, it was something that I had to learn by Googling. So what you can do is you can go to the Chrome store if you're let me start over. If you're not sure how to make sure that you've got color consistency across apps, like say you're using Microsoft Word and Canva, and you've got a website and you've got a Facebook account and you're using something in Photoshop, if you want the same color everywhere, you can use a hex value or an RGB value. It's all the same. Just get an extension for Chrome. It's free. Just Google like Chrome Web Store extension, install something like an RGB picker, color picker. I use this one, ColorZilla. So you can basically click it, click anywhere on the page, see how I'm hovering over the pink, and it tells me in the very top that it's this hex color right here, which you could convert that to RGB and it would tell you what the RGB values are, and then you can have the same color everywhere you go. You can set up that color palette template in Wix, you can set it up in Photoshop, you can just use the same color on anything that you do. It's like that extra tiny bit of effort can make you look a lot more professional. So I did that for my LinkedIn page. I did it for this slideshow right here, and it's like not all the stuff that I make looks that good, but at least the color palette is pretty consistent. That's an easy, simple step that everybody can do, and I really like my approach of the four colors. So hopefully somebody else out there finds this useful.